Yeah, it's not that bad out here. A little cool, but when I can be outside, do some vlogging with you guys, I enjoy being outside, and I know those of you that are doing business with us, sometimes you'll see you see your car in the background. That one going to Brian and Lisa in Arkansas, the 2015 Callaway. Hey, welcome back to the channel, you guys. Hope you had a great Easter weekend. I know I did, and I enjoyed having all of you watch my Coffee with Conti show, our online Easter egg hunt for us, the big kids. You probably watched that video more intently than any other video that we've done. I really do appreciate that. The engagement, the involvement from you guys, that's what we do on this channel. I had a lot of fun. After I did the upload, one of my friends called me and he says, so how many eggs were there? I said, man, I don't even know. Today before the upload, I watched that darn thing 4 times. Okay, how many? Okay. I had to count them. I was so worried about just putting the content together. Had some great customers that we shared, some great send-offs. That was a lot of fun. So it was an enjoyable vlog. The involvement again is really a blast for me. So in just a bit, I have the list of people that were really, really close. And boy, this is over 300 entries. This was very easy for me to determine the winner. We'll talk about that in just a second. I want to talk about also too another vlog we did last week, the Kai Spandy Bowling Green Assembly Plant Manager interview. If you've not heard that yet, nothing to watch there. That's more something to listen to. It's over an hour long. There's a link down below in the description. If you're spending more time at home, get on the treadmill, get on the bike, go for a walk, plug the headphones in and listen to that. For me, I have a renewed and a greater respect for Kai now than I ever had before, because in that interview, you really got to know him as an individual, as a car enthusiast. And like I said before, we have the right guy leading us there at Bowling Green Assembly. So there's some things that he couldn't talk about, and I respect and I understand the position that he's in with General Motors. And let's face it, for those of you that are hanging on the edge, hey, Rick, what do you think? You said you were going to make a comment. I'm just going to tell you what I think. Realistically, I've always told you guys what I think. Hey, I need to do business. I want to do business, but let's not mince any words here. We simply don't know what the freak is going on right now. This is crazy, man. None of us could have predicted any of this. So let me just say this. Today, being April 14th, the rumor was that they were going to go back to work today. That would have been great news, but it's not just Bowling Green Assembly going back. It is other parts suppliers, and now the stuff coming from Mexico has affected all that. So Kai did allude that possibly going back to work in early May. So using that premise, if they go back in early May, and the intel that we have so far, which I certainly I hope it doesn't change. I mean, my gosh, this stuff is changing every day, and it could change. But right now, as we know it, production for 2020 Corvette is supposed to go through August. So with that being said, my little spidey sense, if you will, if you have an order that's been released from allocation and you're at 3,000 status or higher, that car will get built as a 2020. They want to build it. They need to build as many as they can. Also, with that being said, any order because of the continued delays and the curveballs that we're all getting, I always use that baseball analogy. Sorry, it's springtime. I'm in baseball mood right now. So that's kind of the thing I use. So if you have an order at 1100 status, which means it's sitting in the computer, it's in our filing cabinet, but it has not been released from dealer allocation and sent to production control, chances are that order will not get pulled as a 2020. What does that mean going forward for you for 2021? Man, I just don't know. Again, we're in uncharted territories. I have some ideas on that. I don't want to speak out of turn, so I'm going to wait until we get more information, and we will have a more detailed vlog about this topic and keep you up to date in real time so you know what's going on, so you can make the proper decisions. I will ask you this, please, I beg of you, especially the people that don't have cars ordered with me, don't be in freak out mode. I'm getting the freak out calls, texts, and emails. Like I said, you're in 3,000 status. That's a great place to be because they need to build. When they come back, they've got to have something to build. So your orders waiting there, those are the orders they're going to start grabbing and start building. Yeah, they got some cars right now that are sitting on the line that are half done. That should have been done on the 16th of March and so forth. So stay tuned. More information on that. Okay, you guys. Okay, I'm sorry. I could go on and on and on, and we kind of need to. That's what a lot of you tune into this channel for, what is going on in real time for Corvette Marketplace. Been selling this car for 25 years. I'm not going to steer you guys wrong. Like I said before, sometimes it's not what you want to hear, but I too want to do business with you. I appreciate those opportunities. Again, more stuff on the 2021 pre-order process that I'll be starting, working on that list internally. More on that coming just a bit. Hey, today's going to have some fun. All right, let's have some fun. We're going to go over and see our Corvette technician, Chuck. I've got a quick tip for you guys, and then we're going to have some beautiful rides. Right now, that Easter egg contest. So yeah, I did watch the video 4 times today, and going through it, a lot of you were really close, so I want to acknowledge you. And I came up with my number, what was the number of eggs shown on the video, and yes, that last slide before the video ended was the 6 eggs up there with my logo on it. Yes, that counted, because afterwards then I had a slide that said, okay, now we're done counting eggs. All right, so those of you that were really paying attention, thank you. People that were close: Ben Cartwright at 77, Vincent Reggio, 77, Traffic Czars at 77, Marilyn Jones at 77, Bob Foose at 78, Phil Butler at 78, Mike Spooner at 80, Mark Carpenter at 80. Boy, this contest was easy. One guy, and one guy only got it right. I thought I was gonna have to count all these things. One guy got it right. The answer was 79, and that goes to Tyrone in Maryland. Congratulations, man. You get that 6 foot by 8 foot C8 convertible banner, man. I appreciate you watching. Thanks, everybody. We might do this again. Not like the Easter egg hunt, but we'll do something again. You know, we're always doing something, all right? Subscribe to this channel, hit that bell notification. Don't go anywhere. We're not done yet. All right, before we get started today, checking in on my buddy Chuck, our Corvette technician. Chuck, I'm a little disappointed in you right now, man.
What is that?
You're not using your proper tools.
What's the proper tool?
Where's the light you got from Bowling Green Assembly? You can't just rely on my camera light. I mean, what are you doing? I mean, you love that thing. I think you probably sleep with that thing.
I love that.
I know you do. All right, so what year Z06 are you working on right now?
07.
07, okay, so this one needs some work. Over in here, you can't quite see it. Cracked oil can. Oh boy. And you could tell that, this is what Chuck liked to say, this guy was bahan, because we're using our Law and Order investigative techniques here. Because right here's the scrape. You can see this, and then look at this. Oh, yes, that's mud. No mud on this side, mud on that side. What do you think?
Yeah.
Sorry, interrupted by a phone call. Chuck's still on the phone. Yeah.
I'd say he's had the right side of this off the road.
Oh, see, I told you. See, not everybody cherishes the Corvette. I mean, who knows what happened with that? You know, maybe he just, something in the road and you squirreled out of the way. I remember one time, I wish I would have had video of it, the guy was out of state, called me, he says, hey, be careful when you're driving on the road and you see, now he saw like a plastic bag in the road and you would assume it's just like one of those grocery store plastic bags. Drove over it. Inside that bag was a paint can full of paint. God awful noise when he went over that thing, bam, and he looked underneath of it and there was paint everywhere and will probably always be there. So be careful when you go to drive over just a plastic bag on the road. That should be a tip right there for you guys.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
All right. This is more than I wanted to do on the vlog today. We do have a quick tip for you, and I got some great looking rides, and tomorrow we have an inventory walk vlog for those of you looking for a great deal on a new 19. We still got some left, 19, 20 of them left, so stay tuned for that. Okay, the only reason I'm holding you up right now, and I didn't mean to get that car in the shot, but I don't have a clue what's going on with that car. So we've done vlogs for like the last 6 weeks and that car's been there, I'm sorry.
You know what? Restoration work takes a long time.
Oh, you're in the restoration business now?
And unfortunately.
Okay, what the hell's going on with that car? Well, I think, the temp tag's out. Look at
yeah, the temp tag ran out.
Temp tag's expired.
The gentleman just bought the car and brought it here for us to go over.
Okay.
And we found about, I don't know how many hours worth of things that it needs.
More than he probably knew.
Oh, more than he knew, yes.
Right.
Problem one's finding the parts,
Right.
which we've now found all the parts for it.
Right.
And problem two's now getting it done.
Right. Well, at the time of the year you got it too, really wasn't in a
Yeah.
situation you could drive the darn thing anyways.
Sure.
And we got some.
And
crappy
he's
weather
all
today.
happy because he knows it's inside in the garage, staying warm, so he ain't worried
Sure
about
is.
it being out. So.
Are you gonna do all the work? Is that he's gonna have it all done?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've
okay.
got everything done except for the rear calipers that are leaking. So.
Right. So there you go, guys. That's the story on the Red C3. I can't even count how many comments. Hey, Rick, that's in the video again. It's still on the rack again.
As we look around, all these cars are what I'm working on because I'm the only one here.
Congratulations. Oh, and before you got your phone call, I was going to say it looks like he had went off the road on that, but you already said that. So.
Well, I guess the story goes is he got into it and he heard a pop and then he about lost it because oil got underneath the right rear tire and he about put it in a ditch.
Also, that made it even more slippery what he was driving. Okay.
So,
A lot of work on that car to be done.
yeah. There's thousands of dollars worth of work to do on that car.
Okay.
Which, again, pushes this car a little further back.
It's a good thing he's not in a hurry.
Yeah, right?
Absolutely. Hey, speaking of tools, I'm going to use one of your tools right now. This bad boy right here for our quick tip from Rick. As I show the people on the vlog, I don't think they'd actually believe you're really working on this car now. See, it's not up in the air anymore. There we go. Man, I really do like this chair. Hey, welcome to a quick tip from Rick. It's all about ownership and operation of your Corvette. Today, more of a troubleshoot. So have you guys ever had a situation where you move your seat forward here, move this seat like this, and all of a sudden it won't go back? It'll keep going forward, but it won't go back. What's going on? So behind your seat in this wall right here, there is a pressure sensor strip on both the driver and the passenger seat. It's designed so that way you don't push the seat too far back and crush the seat, especially with the memory seats. But what I had one customer recently said, hey, it's moving forward, but it'd be in this kind of position here and you can't get back. Well, you're almost to the point you can't even get in the car. So I told him, you can't get to the dealership right now. Yes, you don't have to take the seat out. The sensor's back here. I told him, here, just go like this and just kind of push on this thing. Sometimes the sensor's not connected right, so just kind of push on it. They can get to it later for servicing and checking it, but this is the best shot of troubleshooting to help you try to get that seat out of the stuck position. And keep in mind, if you're doing it over there and you're setting your memory, if you push your memory too far back and program it, it'll let you program it, but then all of a sudden you're like, well, why is the seat not moving forward? Well, you could have programmed it too far back and it's putting pressure on that sensor right here, or you could have a situation where the seat belt actually gets stuck underneath this little bracket like that, and then nothing's gonna work because it won't acknowledge it. So be wary of this, be wary of that. Hopefully this little troubleshoot and this little tip helps you out in the future with your C7 Corvette. All right, Chuck, I'm done with the tip. You can have your chair back. Although I really like this thing. Since you can have your chair back, I really like this chair though.
Too young, and I didn't understand that you were no one, and I can't wait to see you I can't wait. till you discover it is within each other to forgive and make amends. If I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own. Sometimes what's right is wrong instead. 'Cause I was too young, and I didn't understand that you were the one. And I can't wait to see you again. Oh, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait. 'Cause I was too young, and I didn't understand that you